Hey
Go.
everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Joy and your favorite Uncle Kev. We're gonna get right to it this time. We're talking about what everybody's talking about all over social media. What's happening with the Pinkett Smith relationship? Everybody is focused on this. You hear opinions from all kinds of sides of everything about what's going on with them. I hate Jada. I feel for Jada. I hate Will. I feel for Will. And it's a lot going on there. It's a lot going on. What you think, Uncle Kev?
Hey, I'm just looking forward to hearing from our guests today and hearing their perspective on this. I mean, I only got one question. Y'all still looking for that Will and Jada kind of love?
Well, today we have our amazing comedians, Danielle Wax, and we have somebody new with us today, Danielle Yall, and they are going to give us their funny about everything Will and Jada. So welcome Danielle and welcome Denise.
Hello.
Good
Welcome to the
see
show.
You guys again.
It's good to be here. Hey guys.
Hey.
Miss Joy, you look so beautiful.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you. I'm trying to be like
and Kevin, his yellow.
Uncle Kev, you look
Right,
like
yellow,
yeah.
yellow.
Supposed to be in the house, man.
Yes.
Trying to
So
brighten up
let's
the
hear
day.
what y'all have to say. Have y'all seen the clips of the video interview and heard about this book that's coming out? And all of a sudden now the Smiths have been separated for years. What's going on? What do y'all think is happening here?
Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans. I mean, to me, I think it's so sad and so interesting and so curious because it's very peculiar. This is, to me, a weird scenario. I just don't think that this one. I don't think it's sustainable. I do think there is some. Let's hype it up before the book. But the bottom line for me, I think it's shenanigans. I don't think it's legit. I don't think so.
Denise?
I'm so upset that words can hardly express because a few years ago I was at an event and Will and Jada were there. And you mean to tell me I could have looked at Will and said, "Come here, boy," and gave him my number and everything because they weren't together, but I didn't out of respect that he had a wife. And now you telling me y'all weren't even together? So I'm very upset. Very upset. I could have shot my shot.
You can still shoot your shot.
I could have been his next ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get out of line. Don't hold up the line. This is a drive-through. This is one thing you don't do is hold up the drive-through. That's how you make people mad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our
My
lunch
grandma
break
used to
is
say,
so
"Shit,
long.
get off the pot."
Exactly.
Like, shit, or get off the pot. She blocking the pot.
She
blocking the pot.
I know that's right.
Are they really separated? I mean, are they separated? Are they really together? I mean, what's your opinion? I don't understand.
Right. Is this just another tactic? Because what we're seeing, I'm wondering, when was the last time Jada was in a production?
Set it off. I don't know. No, the vacation, the girl vacation thing.
Oh, girls trip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? I don't know.
You probably could have stayed on that trip.
And
we thought Tiffany Haddish was the wild one. No, it was Jada. It was Jada. It was Jada.
And what it proves to me is that it looks like it was just a typical Hollywood magic. What you see is it's all kind of smoke and dust and fancy things and make it look right to sell it to the public. It was just an image. There was nothing true about it. Now the curtain has been divided. So yeah.
Let me float this theory. So Jada got all this blowback because we found out about August and July and all this and stuff, where she had her entanglement, what she referred to as an entanglement. What if they're now saying what if they're pulling a Gabrielle Union and this guy? Remember how when he had his baby outside their relationship, they lied and said they were on a break. what if this is the same thing again? They're lying, saying that they were on a break or they weren't together, so that they're trying to make Will not look so much like he got cuckolded so bad by her.
Why lie?
Because his reputation, and he's so embarrassed, and she owes him that much. If she's gonna cheat on him, you owe him a lot to save his reputation in public.
Wait a minute, what reputation does Will Smith
reputation is he trying to protect at this point? What reputation?
Maybe by saying, that's what I'm saying, maybe by saying they were on a break, it's not like she cheated on him. Maybe it's a matter of just saying, well, we were on a break at that time, or we're still on a break and we were on that same break back then. I mean, it's a reach. It's a reach. It's a reach.
Honestly, I don't see that being a priority unless there's like a deal involved. All right, I'll save your reputation for X amount of millions. Like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Wasn't that August kid like her son's friend or something like that?
Yeah. It was, yeah, it was a son. To be in Hollywood here, Will's reputation, or I'm sure all over, Will's reputation was that he is a nice guy. At the event that I was at, that he was at, as a matter of fact, his ex-wife was also there as well. And I ended up sitting at a table with her. She was as nice, sweet as can be, sweet as can be. And Will and Jada and their party were sitting in another area, but you could clearly see him. And the fans that were there, it was like a premiere event. So the fans that were there and the people that were there and everybody that he gave attention to everybody. And you could just see that he was really enjoying just being Will Smith. Now, Jada, while she was there, nice and posing for pictures, she didn't seem as approachable. But like I said, his reputation to me, and he was fulfilling that reputation that night, was that he is a nice guy, somebody that you would want to be friends with, you'd want to be brothers with, that you would welcome into your home, welcome into your space, because he is a nice guy. And that, to me, that was his only. I really didn't look at them as a couple together, because I wasn't really interested in their relationship or any Hollywood couples relationship. Just who as a person.
So you said you were at the table with his ex, right? Was she looking at him?
No,
because I'm sure right about now she was like, I would never. And then because he broke up with her not long before he got with Jada, and she's probably like, see what I'm saying? I would never.
Right. We talked about because we had a lot of fun people at our table, so we were laughing, talking. It was, like I said, it was a fun event. But when you look around the room to see who was there and who is who and things like that, there wasn't like any animosity going on. And the only kind of person that I would not, if it was Jada, she really did give out that whole type energy, you know what I'm saying? Where you could be like fun and approachable. This is great. It was like
just straight to the deadpan.
Yeah, just her. She was the only one acting like that.
She's the only one that kind of caught my eye, because it really, especially when he is next to her and just hugging and just being really, and being inclusive. Y'all, this is we're here together. We're family. This is fun.
Right.
Inclusive. Right. And his demeanor was this, and her demeanor was that.
Maybe she was mad August wasn't there,
I know, right? But
see how you act.
What about September? Was September there?
I know.
Do you remember September? August, September, October? I don't know.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, that looks that description sounds like somebody that really wasn't that interested in being there to me.
So I mean, where's Will? Where's Will now? Where is Will? Will in the garage or something? Where is he staying now?
I don't know if they live separately or not.
They got a guest house?
Right. Do they live separately? Are they on a compound together? He's out, like you said, in the bachelor pad or what? I don't know.
He in the garage on an air mattress.
Yeah. How do y'all think he should navigate this? And then I want to talk about why are they still together? Why are they still together? Why do they keep a secret like that?
Maybe it's a throwback to days gone by where vows were vows till death do us part, all these things, you know, and whatever. I mean, she said that she made a promise that she would never be the reason to end the relationship.
When did she promise that? After she became the reason?
I will never give you a reason to end this marriage.
He doesn't satisfy me. That ain't the reason.
And she's still talking about Tupac all of
I
these
really
years
love
later.
Tupac. That wasn't the reason. I'm trying to figure out.
You know, that there's just something really off about that whole thing. And I just think, I mean, Uncle Kev, as a male, and this was your friend going through this, how do you think he should navigate this? Because I would feel like he's suffering from embarrassment right now.
I call him.
Or do you think he's still in love with her? I don't know. I don't know what. I don't. I would love. I guess I don't know love when I see it or what it really looks like. But are they
over straight to divorce court?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Let's go, man. What you doing?
Are they still down with Scientology?
I thought they got rid of that a while back.
Well, they need to get down with some therapy, or at least he does. I don't know if, you know, because it seems like looking at this interview, she likes talking circles around people. Because I tried to watch the clips and I look like the cartoon where the little birds are flying around your head. I was like, what is she talking about? And he needs some help. He needs some help, but if not, he's not going anywhere. He will be right back, going back and forth. We together, we not. We together, we not.
Like Kev said, he needs some help or some homeboys. One or the other.
I think he needs homeboys. I think he needs strong homeboys to kind of.
And honestly, they are so elite in Hollywood. They could be very isolated, and they don't have that type of friend circle. I mean, who knows? This is speculative, of course, but I think that you talk about what he's going to do. He needs some help, like Joy said, or some homeboys. He needs some homeboys. Where's his auntie at? Where is mama at?
Or Will Smith need a hostage negotiator.
Right.
Hostage negotiator.
Yes.
That's what he needs.
Yes.
Will Smith needs Samuel L. Jackson to come in.
That's who he needs. Is Sam.
What do they call it? Mecklenburg syndrome. That's Stockholm syndrome. He's loving the person that's oppressing him.
Y'all seen the Manchurian Candidate?
The person that's oppressing him. Say it again.
Y'all seen the Manchurian Candidate?
Mm-hmm.
That's how Will Smith looked.
It really is.
Yeah.
It will, because that's how he looked at, not to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He put on that persona. And it just seemed like he was very happy to be who he is.
Yep.
I tell you what, I better not find out she beating him. I better not find out that she is physically abusing Will.
He has to.
That's the only thing that we haven't heard.
Listen, if there's any type of anything going on, it ain't gonna be the type that leave bruises, or anything that does is gonna be the type that she managed to manipulate some consent out of him for. So she's smart enough not to leave no bruises if she's doing anything that she shouldn't be doing. Everything is right here. And talk about that isolation.
You're absolutely right. But we've seen the little person bully on the bigger person, and the bigger person doesn't respond at first because they know they can hurt them, and then it turns into a complete power shift.
Yep.
So it would, I mean, of course, once again, I must say that's speculative. And it's not even speculative. I hope that is not happening.
Right.
But that's like the only thing that hasn't happened. What's she going to say next? Them kids ain't his? But she can't say that because they look just like him.
They look just like him.
But that's, I mean, what in the world?
I don't know. Them kids starting to look like Tupac.
It's a mess.
But the interview that she did with Hoda, and I think this
Stop it. We don't want that. We don't want that. Stop.
But that's what I was about to say. In all of these Hollywood interviews that you're interviewing a celebrity, you still have that smile on your face that it's just like a fluff piece. And and how do you guys? And I mean, she's telling you that she deceived not only she deceived the entire industry for 7 years, and she's still like, instead of having somebody really go in, like, why would you manipulate, and what's really going on, and what kind of abuse is that, and what do you call that, and are you narcissistic, or what's those are the kind of questions she was too Hollywood to go in and to ask.
Well, in the interview that I saw here recently, she did talk about, of course, some of the things even deeper that she's talked about before, how both of her parents were so young when they had them and how they were on drugs and she was not prioritized as a child and they didn't prioritize her as parents and how that affected her and how she sold crack. I didn't know she was selling the crack. I didn't know that. I was like, what? So that was impressive. I was like, okay, you sold crack. But, from the mean streets of Baltimore. But, so she has talked about some of that. So, beyond that.
Like she had any remorse for that? Any remorse for?
She said the things. She said, I hurt people. I know. And she said all the things, but she also said she benefited from it. She said, I sold the crack and I was able to do things because I sold the crack.
Wait a minute. Who she
yes,
sold crack to?
Jada Pinkett was it. Yes.
She sold crack
you
to
thought she was hard. You thought she was hard. Turns out she was hard as hell. You thought she was just hard. Turns out she was hard as hell. She was selling
like she
the
getting
crack.
ready to make a rap record, man.
The crack.
She trying to be Jay-Z or something. Come on, man.
She was not playing. When she played Lena, when she was on A Different World and played Lena, turns out she won't acting. She won't acting.
I'm sorry. I ain't buying it.
When they came to visit her at school, that was real.
I'm not buying it.
She was out there like that.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
What are you not buying?
I'm not buying it. I'm
not buying what?
Not buying what? I don't think she was hard like that. I don't think she was out there selling crack. I ain't buying it.
Oh, did she say that though? I think
do.
She said a lot of stuff.
I do. I absolutely do. I know people who look just like her, petite, cute, whatever, who was doing the same thing. I know people who you don't have to be 6'2" and full of muscles and wearing a bandana and you don't have to be that scary guy to do that stuff. You absolutely do not. I believe it. And the fact that, everybody is picking up that she is heartless. That's what everybody's picking up from all of the things that they see in public. I wouldn't put it past her to be able to, here, give me some money and go ruin your life. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
that's easy.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with muscles. I think she's just trying to put forth an image like. It's
a record or something. And why would you put forth that image? For what reason?
I don't know. I mean, it's the same reason. Why would
I'm a cheater, crackhead, No, what for what?
No,
you hustling in reverse.
Here's why. It's like, let me pull on your heartstrings with the hardships that I had to grow up with to make, to justify all of the stuff that everybody's talking about. Because here's one of the other things that she was talking about. We wanted to keep our separation private and not talk about all this stuff, but yet you talk about everything else that you should have kept private. That would have been the one thing that would have made sense to come out and talk openly about. We don't want to hear about all this other stuff. Why are we hearing about all this other mess?
Yeah.
That would have made sense. Now this is cleanup talk. This is cleanup talk from people that, let me get my story straight within my head and let me see how well I can talk circles around you and make you believe that this is really sincere.
Mm-hmm.
That may be true, but is it sincere?
Does August curse in his records? That's all I want to know. Does he curse?
What records?
August.
Has anybody here heard anything about August?
You
I've
asking
never heard
you asking the wrong
anything.
person
And
here.
I'm a hip hop daughter. I am a hip hop daughter. I grew up on hip hop. I was born on hip hop. I worked in hip hop. I've never heard any of his stuff. Never. Never.
I mean, I just,
Does
I
he have
mean, they
children?
trying to get Will to curse. That's all I was thinking. Go make a record and cuss in it, man.
Have you but have you ever heard August's music? Have you ever heard his music?
No. I remember September though. Do you remember?
Somebody's breaking up. Is it me?
I hear you.
Know. I never heard. No, I've never heard of it. Denise, you ever heard of it? You got a record?
I thought August was the month. I didn't know we were actually talking about it. I thought she was saying she had an entanglement in all. I never knew.
I mean, is he supposed to be a singer or something? Or rapper? Or...
All I knew was he was her son's friend, which is basically
I'll say this.
Incestuous to me.
You know? Right.
Because you usually take your kids that hang around your kids, especially since that age where they're looking for close friendships and they're bringing people home and they're spending a lot of times at your home. They that's your kids are kind of creating their own little family, type of thing, their own safe space within what's supposed to be a safe space. So that's, to me, that was a betrayal she had to her own children,
Yeah. Maybe they had safe sex.
For sure.
Okay, so I'm looking and it says he's a singer from New Orleans.
Does he cuss? Is that on Google? Does he cuss?
Okay.
You have to look. I don't know. You have to check. I don't know.
Why do we need to know if he cussed so bad?
We'll need to put an MF in this record. I'm telling you, man, that girl, she might change. If Will comes out with a gangster rap, she might be like, we back together.
So you trying to run a parallel between August Alsina and Tupac?
Yeah. It's a natural progression, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Will, you can do it, man.
Oh my goodness.
Dude saved the world. I mean, Will Smith literally saved the universe.
I don't even know.
I mean, the man saved the planet from aliens. And you gonna do him like this? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I don't know. I mean, Will, I think he just needs a trip back home. He needs a trip back home to Philly, and he needs to stop taking it out on Carlton. I don't know if y'all watch the reboot of The Fresh Prince and the bullshit that they are doing Carlton on that show. I had to stop watching it. He needs to stop taking it out on Carlton, and he needs to slap the person that cut him. You're not going to do that. You can't bleed all over everybody else.
Wow.
It's just, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's unfortunate and unfair. But hey, here we are. That's another one I'm mad at. So
what season are they on?
I don't know. They'll get it together though. I think that they're gonna do what they want to do. Yeah. I don't know. I stopped that. I watched 2 whole seasons, and I just kept thinking, okay, this is the week. This is the week. They're gonna do something. Carlton's gonna be a star. They got him effing up every single way possible. Doing drugs. Can't sing in church because he's choking up.
Right.
Acting crazy, letting people use the N-word around, letting white folks use the N-word around. I mean, just every single faux pas they could possibly do, they put on him.
Yeah.
And they continued. I was like, why are we mad at Carlton? Why are we so angry at him?
Right.
And
I
Will
saw 2
Smith
seasons
is the executive producer or whatever of that show. He could control that. Yeah. And I kept waiting for his arc to arc back, and it kept going further and further away. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. I saw 2 seasons as well, and it's like, you're trying to root for Carlton, and it ain't happening. It's like
no matter what. And I'm like,
he
why?
slept with Jada yet? Has Carlton slept with Jada yet?
Well, maybe that's what he needs to do to get on Will's good side. Maybe there's something to that. He needs somebody to sleep with his wife in order for him to respect them and like them. Now he's a superstar. No.
I
don't know.
The question is, why would she wait till now to claim Chris Rock asked her out? Why didn't she say that like after the Oscars?
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot she didn't say.
Yeah, like, Will probably slapped him because he asked me out. When we were
and it wasn't even that bad of a joke. The joke was they should make your wife the star of a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The star of a reboot. And after he said that joke, and I know things had happened, but when you think about it, if they did a G.I. Jane these days, and just today, with all this female and girl power and things like that, if they just shave Rihanna's head, or Jada's already camera ready, or somebody like that, and do like a female military woman kick-ass movie, that's at least $100 million worldwide. What a joke to make. You know what I'm saying? What a joke to make. I think it will be a great movie. And you could cast these and show open up the doors to the gay community, and show female relationships in a way that hadn't been shown in any other movie before, because you never wanted to see, or Hollywood never thought it was viable to see women who love each other, women of a different energy, that weren't so feminist in their beliefs, in their speak, in their fight, in their mindset, in their day-to-day.
Sure.
That was a brilliant. I would have taken that movie and slapped him for not thinking of it sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
The headlines next day will be Will slapped Chris Rock for not bringing that idea to him privately. Overbrook just went into production, pre-production for G.I. Jane 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. You're right.
I would go see that movie. I would be excited to see that movie. Imagine the soundtrack. You have all these women dominated. Women, not since Michael Jackson has a tour been, but since his Bad tour or something like that, has a tour been so dominating the news. And this summer, when it happened, it was two females. It was Beyonce with the Renaissance and Taylor Swift.
Right.
What a time to really just highlight,
You really think Jada could have got the lead in that movie, though?
She, at her age, she could have played somebody in the military who would have done the role justice. Who would have done the role,
like a senior officer.
Right?
A senior officer.
Right. She could have been a senior officer.
And I'm sorry, I'm not up on people's names. What was her name that played Harriet Tubman?
I don't know.
She's African.
Yeah, somebody like that.
Bringing
the whole Orange is a New Black cast, shave their heads. Perfect. Boy, there's so many wonderful Black actresses out there that this would have been, not even just a lead role, supporting roles, women of all color and of all nationalities that you really could have focused or set the story. It doesn't even have to be in a camp. I know there was some things happen in a camp in Texas, talking about women in the military. Things happened in a camp in Texas, where you're talking about the safety of women in our military, just being around men in our military. What does it really mean when you send your daughters off to war? This whole thing about especially Black women in the military, who our hair is different. And that could have been one thing of why this woman had to shave her hair. Like I think until recently, Black women in our hair care, we need product. We love product. Our hair it will raise to the gods, but we need moisture. We need protein. We need, it takes a village with our hair. That could have been a statement in itself. I don't have access to this. I'm shaving it all off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big statement in itself.
I just wonder now that this has happened with Will and Jada, what does this mean for relationships, like in general, when you have a situation? To me, it's going to make those guys who could be because there are plenty of men out there who could give two shits about it, aren't listening, and don't care. And that's fine too. But for those who do, what role or what what does this mean for those relationships going forward? Are we now going to have relationships where guys are even more resistant to forgiveness or more resistant to working with somebody through an issue? Or are we going to have now, because this expression simp, I think is what they say, is even more now with this. Because now she's coming out with even more details, more embarrassment, more. I mean, how much more is he supposed to be subjected to? To me, it's not fair. It's not fair. She didn't need to write a book. Number one, they got $1,000 and they got $1,000 bills as toilet paper in their house. So why did she need to write this book? If she wanted to journal about it and share it within her family, maybe leave it as an heirloom, that's one thing. But this man is still walking around this earth. That's not fair to me, in my opinion.
This is easy, man. This is easy, man.
How so?
Why she wrote that book is easy.
Because
she's jealous. She's jealous. Just because she's married to him doesn't mean she can't be jealous of him.
Mm-hmm. Which also fits, somebody that is the personality of somebody that wants the attention on them. It's like he gets great movie after great movie after great movie. And then when this whole slap thing went down, Will still got sympathy because they saw that look that she gave him.
She was villainized.
Laughed at the joke, and then immediately switched his behavior. They felt that his behavior come from that look. And it's like, how when people from a certain generation talk about, hey, no way I would call my mama bruh the way these kids do now. My mama would just look at me and I would just die. And she gave that kind of look. And he was laughing at the joke like everybody else was, and then immediately switched his face to serious and went up there and it was on.
Because that's what it was. It was a joke. It was totally a joke. And the careers that he jeopardized that night wasn't only his career. You had was it Will Packard who produced that? That was an opportunity for him. You had Wanda Sykes who was hosting. That was an opportunity for her. I know all the kids and everybody was watching this because We Don't Talk About Bruno was going to be its first live action production that they put together. There were so many things that people were were watching this event for, to see all the great performances and all the work that had been put into it. I don't even remember. That's the only thing I remember about that particular night.
Right.
There could have been other things that I could have told you about this, that, and that just basically took all the oxygen out of the room.
Yeah, she even took away from the glory of the King Richard movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Which I never saw that movie.
You got to watch that movie, man. The movie is incredible. He is incredible in that movie. You stop seeing Will Smith. That's how you know when somebody has
the second or third person to say that.
He became their father.
Chris Rock was not the only one that got slapped that night. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Honestly, we all kind of got slapped as people of color. It was very unfortunate because he, to me, and I don't know, as a Black person, as many of us do, we carry that instant race card. Right? Oh, wait a minute, what? Who said what? We were always ready for that.
Right.
For me, I felt particularly bad because I felt like he was white people or people who are not of color tend to look at people of color, of the bad ones, the good ones. And when you have even one of the good ones to act out in this way, it kind of takes away, in my opinion, from so many of us, because we could easily say, oh, I'm not like that. I'm one of the good ones or whatever they would say when this happens. It's like, oh, really?
What they do
one of the good ones.
They have extra security now just to watch, the black people. Angela Bassett now, she has somebody watching her, watching her go down the aisle, make sure she don't, do a hand gesture.
Right.
Julia Roberts or something, what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, most white guys I talk to seem to understand, man.
How so?
I'm gonna be honest. Because it was a marital issue.
Elucidate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a marital issue. They can relate. I mean, they can relate. I don't want no blowback.
No,
it literally was a marital issue. I mean, this Will Smith thing for men, this ain't nothing.
But they weren't even together now, we find out.
Yeah, so I know.
I mean, issue.
He got up and they say, happy life, happy wife. He's trying to.
You know what though? Husbands deserve to be happy too.
Yeah.
I never liked that expression, happy wife, happy, even before I was married. And by the way, I just got married on Thursday. Just want to put that.
Yeah.
Just again, I just want to throw that out there. But even, I'm grown.
All right, now
I never liked that expression.
We looking for things. How you gonna be in August?
I can tell you one thing: August ain't gonna be in me.
We'll see in July.
In August, and August ain't gonna be in me. That's how I'm gonna be in August.
We will see when July comes.
I haven't read Jada's book yet, but I was just wondering, does she offer an apology in the book to the people? Because I feel now that she's a deceitful person.
Now you feel she's deceitful.
Before I really didn't even care. I was like, TMI, too much information. But now I feel she's a deceitful person.
Now that what? Now that the book has come out, or
now that she's saying that they were married, they were separated. They haven't been together in 7 years, but have still been portraying themselves as a married couple. So that to me was the basis.
But that's both of them. Do you feel as though Will is also deceitful?
I think Will is being controlled to be deceitful.
Okay.
There's definitely.
Do you think that Will is wishful? Will is hopeful?
I think Will is is more of a follower than a leader, because whenever I saw him
on what I wanted to get
Table Talk or something like that, it always seems like he was kind of dragged in, or kind of made to be there, or kind of asked to, and he was participating. He was participating because of his wife's request.
Or something.
Hold on, wait. I want to hear what Denise was saying. What did you say? I didn't hear that.
I felt like he was participating because of his wife's request, that he was kind of a follow along, or if this is something I can do as your husband to support your show or support the conversations that you're putting out there. I felt like the conversations he was having, his body language, he was more back, like, I'm just here because you asked me to be. I really don't. It feels like he was kind of forced into the situation to have a conversation about that.
Kev, why are you shaking your head?
I just hope he hypnotized. I hope she's got like some behavior.
Just say it, Roots. Just say it, Roots. We don't say hypnotized.
I mean, please, roots. Come on. I mean,
you should have put some roots on him. Say it. Just say it. She done put some roots on him.
Yeah.
She done put something in the spaghetti sauce.
She done buried his drawers in the backyard.
Okay. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
But why? But you know what? That's funny to say, but there's no reason why she would do that. She don't want him anyway. She said she can't get rid of him.
Wow.
She don't want him anyway. So there's no roots involved. If anybody got roots, it's him. Who's making himself stay, because she don't want him anyway. She's the one that said very clearly 6 years ago, we've been together 20 years. And I ain't been able to get rid of.
There's a whole lot more to this story where there's stuff that we're not finding out about, because they've been selective. They pick and choose what they wanted to share. There's other stuff that they have not shared, stuff that's not going to come out unless he breaks free and decides to do a real tell-all. But not, it's like being in the Mormons being with her, it seems like. You know who's
going to do the real tell-all? You know who's going to do the real tell-all? Jaden and Willow. They going to tell it. Because they're very empowered young people, right? They grew up this new way where they don't respect parenthood. They think they have the freedom. They've been empowered to say and do whatever they want to say and do. If I want to dress this way, I dress this way. If I don't want to do this, I'll do that. All of these things. If anybody's gonna tell it, it's gonna be Willow and Jada.
They're gonna have to break free first. They're gonna have to break free first.
But they do what they want to do already.
They've been given permission to do these things that they want to do. Y'all don't understand what somebody that's in control like that does. They got you thinking that you're doing stuff on your own volition when you really aren't.
Manchurian. I said he the Manchurian spouse.
There's no way. If she's a narcissist, and narcissists tend to be, as you were saying before, the sadistic person in a relationship, ain't no way somebody's gonna be living on their own will under her roof. It's just not gonna happen.
There is one rational explanation.
What would that be?
We waiting for it. Why you gonna say that and then say nothing? We all like, yeah.
Cliffhanger. Go ahead, Uncle Kev. What is that?
Jada had Tupac shot.
What?
Jada had Tupac shot.
Oh my God! They finally arrested that.
He turned it down. Tupac said no, and next thing you know, he went to Vegas. And
Sir,
Will trying to live, man.
That's a reason.
You're trying to bring tears to my eyes now.
They finally arrested that dude. So let's leave that.
I bet. How many times have you heard Will Smith went to Vegas?
I'll wait. His moves, his whereabouts. I do not track Will Smith's whereabouts.
Will ain't going to Vegas.
Ain't nobody counting Will Smith's steps. Ain't nobody
trying to live, steps. Man. Will, call a brother, man. We sneak you out.
Now that you might have to do.
Yeah, man.
I wonder, since it's been 7 years, I wonder, and like I said, I don't follow couples like that or whatnot, but I wonder, who has he been in a relationship with?
7 years, right?
Right.
7 years. Who's his boo thing?
You think he got back with his ex-wife?
Maybe he's what's her name? Daisy Fuentes. What's the one that he did Hitch with? That's not Daisy Fuentes. Hitch. What's her name? Eva. I don't know.
Hitch. That was Longoria?
Not even Longoria, no. And it wasn't Daisy Fuentes. I can see her face as clear as day, but I just can't remember her Latina name.
Will in a relationship with his sanity, man.
He might be dating. He may be dating Mrs. Palmer. You don't know.
Mrs. Who?
Mrs. Palmer.
Oh wow, yeah. With the 5 kids.
With the 5 kids, yes, he may be dating Miss Palmer. You know.
I hope he has had someone in his life that has kept him balanced and mentally strong.
He could be dating Miss Palmer.
Yeah.
If he's in a situation that he's trying to, because that's the thing about it.
I mean, I think that it's a.
You have to. I mean, a lot of times your
Do you think August is the only person she got with?
No.
Of course not.
No, I mean, I think the way she moves and stuff, like she moves like the wind. You know, it's all willy-nilly. Forgive the pun, but
free will, man, free will. So
I don't think there's any free will. Looking at her now, I don't feel like there's any stability in
I'm going to make some signs, man.
She's steadfast in.
All right, I'm going to make some signs. We're going free will.
Do you think that you out of there, Will?
If she has,
yeah.
Wait a minute, she did what?
I think if knowing what her character is like now, I think if she met someone and said that this is the situation, this is what it's going to be, and she probably put him up in a hotel and kind of I think it would be something, and she would make it appear as something of an opportunity. And I can't see anybody kind of turning down an opportunity.
Where are people? Where did our people go?
They abandoned us.
There comes Joy. Here comes Kev.
I went to try to get Will, man.
Oh,
you went to try to get Will.
Yeah, I went to try to get Will.
Yeah, I can see.
Well, I mean, at this point,
ain't nobody trying to date Jada. No, let me correct. Ain't nobody out here looking for Jada. No.
But you don't think if she would, if a young person who is kind of struggling to make him to come across an attractive older woman who would basically be your sugar mama? I see her putting herself as a sugar mom, kind of being in control of the situation. Yeah, I don't think that would be hard to do.
Not at all.
I don't think it would be hard at all either, but I also don't think they would sit on that information at this point. At this point, she done put everything in the street. Why would they still be confidential?
Okay,
I mean,
she's gangster.
If she had them sign an NDA, maybe. But at this point, with everything that she's putting out there, why would they not just step forward and say, "Yeah, me too"?
Right.
Because they would get more run from that.
Because she got August. Why she can't get somebody else?
Right.
Did she really get August though?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we haven't really heard a peep from him, right?
I mean, he left it. He broke up with her. Did you watch it? She said August left her and stopped taking her calls.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of fleed.
Yeah, when the 20-year-old is blocking you.
But I'm saying it's not like he could have written a book. He didn't come out with it's almost like, he fled.
He went to protect his sanity.
Yeah.
You know where he didn't go?
She offers an opportunity to will probably
Vegas. And you say Las Vegas. And you say Las Vegas.
August didn't go to Vegas.
She did not have that man killed. Just stop.
No, she did not.
Kevin, just stop. You know where he didn't go.
I'm just saying, man.
That's sad about Pac, though. I miss him.
Yeah.
That is, man. Yeah, man. We all miss Tupac, man.
Yeah. But what we are gonna do is
not go to Vegas.
What we are gonna do is we're gonna have our resident mental health expert come in and give her opinion on all of this as our next follow-up video. Because there's so much to unpack. We definitely want to hear what our wonderful Gina McKinney has to say. We're going to have her in the follow-up right after.
I'll be respectful.
That's going to be very interesting.
Will you be respectful, Kevin?
I can't promise that. Is Gina in Vegas? That's all I want to know.
So that's a no. Joy, do you control the mute button?
I should. I'm trying not to be disrespectful.
Kevin is funny, babe.
He is funny.
What about Reno? Is she in Reno?
No. That will be a no for Reno.
Too much.
I would be interested in hearing what the therapist has to say, because you may recognize that type of relationship with people in your family or amongst your friends. And I've had girlfriends that have been in relationships, and no matter what you tell them, what you see from your perspective.
I've been that girl, haven't I, Joy?
Lord have mercy.
I was that girl, wasn't I, Joy? I was that girl.
But we can say past tense. Was.
I was her. Right, Joy?
Yeah. And an interesting comment that I had with a friend of mine that I went to high school with. He was like so many people are very upset with the way Jada appears in all of this. And people feel like there's what a lot of people are jumping on is like, she's a woman who likes to emasculate men. And I'm like, okay, let's not necessarily get caught up in this emasculation thing. This is a controlling person that just likes to control other people. It's like you see the same behavior in men toward women, controlling them. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily, are they trying to feminize the women? No, it's about trying to control them. And when his response was, but when men abuse, they hit. And I'm like, no, not every abuser is physical. Not all abuse leaves bruises. So then this is an important topic. We just did a video, an episode on domestic violence. So I hope everybody takes a moment to go click on that video, because there's a lot of information about what domestic violence really looks like. Domestic violence is not just a man beating up on a woman. Y'all will be surprised at what domestic violence, all the different faces of domestic violence and all the different types of abuse there are that fall under that umbrella. So please go back and watch that video. Everybody,
for a lot of people, especially women, it's a financial abuse type thing.
All of it.
Yeah,
all of it. So much more. So much.
I got two more words, Danielle.
She gave that look, Kev. She gave me that look.
Las Vegas. I have a question. Are you going to invite us back with the professional?
Oh, we can definitely do that.
I'll be quiet. I'm curious.
We can definitely do that.
I'm curious to see what they have to say. I am. I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
So we definitely have to start wrapping it up. But we are.
I don't have anything to do, but I'm going to pretend like I do, so it seems like I'm living my best life. So I need to go too, you know.
Yes.
Have a flight to Vegas.
You about to shoot out to Vegas right
now? All eyes on me.
For your residency, your residency in Vegas.
I'm putting it out there, and that's what I would love to have as a residency in Vegas. Oh my God.
A resident. Let's claim it. A residency
Dream
in
come
Vegas.
true.
Yes,
definitely. But thank you all so much. As always happy to have a wonderful comedic guest on with us. We definitely want to have you back, so we hope you'll be willing to come back and join us again.
Absolutely.
Yes, we're going to have, who knows what's going to happen in the news between now and the next time. So just be ready.
That sounds good.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed day. Nice to meet you, Miss Danielle. We're now friends.
Yes, we are.
Notice how I said that in manipulation? We're now friends.
You know what? I'm on the East Coast.
That's how it starts.
I'm on the East Coast. You on the West Coast. Let's link up in Vegas.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Miss Joy, you're invited too.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Kev, you have a wonderful time.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
See, you started something, Kev.
Y'all have fun.
Uncle started something now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you, y'all.
All righty. Bye-bye.